All right, this video is going to be starting on number 25. So here we have a word problem. It says you decided to take singing lessons so you can compete in the CHS talent show. There's a cost per lesson plus a commitment fee. The cost for 6 lessons is $140 and the cost of 11 lessons is $230. So it kind of walks us through here step by step. The first step is says name the 2 given points in the situation. So the 2 given points are listed here in this last sentence. It says it costs $6. For 6 lessons, it costs $140. So for 6 lessons, it's $140. And for 11 lessons, it is $230. So those are our 2 ordered pairs here. And our ordered pairs are number of lessons, comma, the amount of money that it costs. Okay, so that's going to be the form of our ordered pairs. Then it says find the rate of change. Remember, rate of change is just another way of saying slope. So find the slope and be sure to include the label. So I'm going to find the slope using these 2 ordered pairs that were given. 230 minus 140 over 11 minus 6. Okay, well 230 minus 140 is 90. And 11 minus 6 is 5. So 90 divided by 5 is 18. Okay, so this rate of change or the slope is 18. And then it says be sure to include a label. So this is like really saying 18 over 1. 230 and 140 was talking about money. So this is like $18 per 1 lesson, essentially. So this is $18 per lesson. Okay. The next part says, write the equation in slope-intercept form that models the given situation. Okay, well, let's ask ourselves, what do we know? We know points, we know a slope, which means I can do point slope. So I'm going to pick one of these points, and I'm going to use the slope. I'm going to use this first point here. So y minus 140 is equal to 18 times x minus 6. So I took the slope that I just found, and I picked one of the points at the beginning here, and I wrote it in point slope form. And it says slope intercept form, so I'm going to have to distribute and solve for y. So I'm going to distribute the 18x, and then 6 times 18 is 108. And then I solve for y by adding 140 to both sides. Okay, so y is equal to 18x plus 32. Okay, so that's the equation in slope-intercept form. And then it says, for D, explain the real-world meaning of the slope and the y-intercept. So the slope in this problem was 18, and it means, like we said above, that this is $18 per lesson. That's how much a singing lesson cost, is $18. The y-intercept is 32. Now remember, the y-intercept is always what you call your starting point. Okay, that's where you're starting. Okay, and now if you look back at the given information, it says that there's a cost per lesson, which was $18, plus a commitment fee. So in this case, the 32 is actually a $32 commitment fee. Okay, that's what this is referring to in this problem. All right, so moving on to number 26 and 27, here we're going to be graphing. So this equation in 26 is in point slope form. So I know the slope, just from looking at it, is -3. And the point, now remember, when it's in point slope form, the point actually looks opposite of how it is in the equation. So if this is a +2, it's really a -2 in the point. And if this is a -7, it's really a +7 in my ordered pair. So now that I know the slope and the point, I can graph it. First thing I'm going to do is graph the point, -2, 7. So I'm going to start at the origin. I'm going to go back to -2, and then I'm going to go up to +7 and graph that point. And then I'm going to do my slope. And my slope of -3 really is -3 over 1. And so in words, that means down 3, right 1. So starting from my point, I've already graphed. I'm going to go down 3, right 1, and plot a point. And then again, down 3, right 1, and plot a point. Try to have at least 3 points, but you can have more if you'd like. And then I'll take my straight edge And I'm going to connect those points, extending beyond the points and including arrowheads. Okay, and that's the graph of that line. The next one here is in standard form. So remember, there's two options for graphing standard form. The first is that you can convert it to be in y equals mx plus b, or you could find the x and the y intercepts. Now, I think we're pretty confident at this point, or I would hope that we would be pretty confident with converting this equation to be in y equals mx plus b, meaning you would solve for y. So I'm going to do the other option. I'm going to find the x and y intercepts because that's something we haven't practiced as much. So if I want to find the x-intercept, I'm going to be plugging in 0 for y. So I'm going to have 2x minus 4 times 0 is equal to 20. So 2x is equal to 20. I divide both sides by 2, so x is equal to 10. So the y-intercept is 10, 0. That's one of my points. The x-intercept, the y-intercept is when x is equal to 0. So I'm going to plug in 0 for x. So I'll have 2 times 0 minus 4y is equal to 20. So I really have negative 4y is equal to 20. I divide both sides by negative 4. So y is equal to negative 5. So the y-intercept is 0, negative 5. So my x-intercept is 10, 0. My y-intercept is 0, negative 5. I can plot each of these points and then connect them with my straight edge. So 10, 0 is on the x-axis over at 10. The y-intercept is on the y-axis down at negative 5. So I've graphed those 2 points. I've plotted those 2 points, and now I'm going to connect it using a straight edge, extending beyond the points and including arrowheads. Okay, so again, this is one option for graphing standard form, or you could convert it to be in y equals mx plus b and graph that.